Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cornelius Stone, and I was just kind of sitting here thinking. I just woke up here, and I wanted to shoot a quick video um, while I have it on my mind. I was thinking about how a lot of the times when you're starting an online business, you have these expectations of what it's going to look like, what it's going to be. And oftentimes, new marketers, they spend a lot of time trying to figure out all the details to making income online. They want to know everything. And you can spend years in this cycle of wanting to know everything. It's in my experience, I didn't realize the importance of my own instincts, of coming up with an idea, creating it, and getting it out to market without anyone telling me what to do. There's this dependency a lot of times that a lot of people have. They think that they need this guru's new marketing strategy, and a lot of times it's, well, I'm doing this, but this thing over here is coming out, so how can I implement that thing that's coming out with what I'm doing right now? And the problem with this thinking, this cycle of behavior in the marketing world, is it creates a dependency on things that are not your own creative thought process. It comes from, let me look at what marketer A is doing and see how I can use it in my marketing, and see how it can all tie in together. And what happens is all these things keep tying in. One thing will tie into this, and then another thing will tie into this, and then it's just on and on and on. You never get anything done. You're always in a state of getting ready to make something happen. You have to think about what it is that you want. What do you want to be for the month, for the week, for the day? What do you really want? Like, what do you want, really? I found that these instincts that we have are unique to us. Like, if you were in a life or death situation, you would have a unique response that is hardwired. It's something that is automatic. You wouldn't ask your guru, what would you do? Like, what would you do if you were in that moment? In that moment is where your natural abilities reveal themselves. And marketing is a lot like that. Marketing is, there's nobody that can tell you that their way is the only way. It's about finding a market, getting in front of the market, and delivering and helping bring value to that market. And there's all this stuff that is involved in that simple process. But I think that we get so overwhelmed by the stuff that's involved, becoming a better person, the self-improvement aspect of it, because you're dealing with people, and you are the business. You become the business. So people are looking to you for answers to things, and if you don't have the range to be able to counteract all these things, then you can immobilize yourself with fear and never do anything. I found that the struggle to become successful is important. It hones your instincts. When you're down and you come and you rise again, it's your instincts that wouldn't allow you to stay there. You may be able to imagine situations where you were down and out. You felt like there's no way out of this. You instinctually figured out what to do. You did it on your own. You didn't need 1,000 ideas or 1,000 different viewpoints. You figured it out and you survived. Sometimes I think we overcomplicate it, but although there's a learning curve, it may not be as extensive or as steep of a climb as you may have made it in your mind. One thing I think is important is to think about what is it that you are good at. Like, what are your strengths? And what are your inclinations in life? What turns you on? What gets you going? What are you good at? And this helps you to analyze you become more self-aware. And when you can figure out your own propensities, your own inclinations, it helps you with the risk-taking aspect of this business, to become self-aware and to take risks, to bet on yourself, to go against the status quo of this is how it has to be. When you realize that it doesn't necessarily have to be the way that it seems, you tap into this uniqueness that allows you to be yourself. When you quit looking at what your friends are going to think. These people that have nothing to do with your overall happiness and you start to take on your uniqueness, that's when you really, I believe, you become free. When you can detach yourself from the status quo, following all the things that could distract you, and you start to create. You enter this new terrain where the possibilities are endless. You become a creative expression of all these dreams that you have. You allow them to come through you, and you give it to the world. You give your own unique value to the world. And that's, I think, is very important. To become the highest expression of who you were created to be. Thanks for watching. Be in touch. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'll be here.